Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I don't have a cash stuffing video today, so I figured I would bring you along with me while I finish labeling my cash envelopes that I did not have labels on during my last video. So we're going to do that today. I've got all of my supplies. I used my Cricut Joy to cut this out, and so we'll be applying these. And I found this neat little foam mat, and it's going to help me hopefully align the words so they are nice and straight. So we'll see how that goes. So stay tuned. All right, so I've got this old scraper. I used to have an Etsy business a while ago making vinyl decals. So this is nothing new to me. This is something that I have done for a very long time. In fact, I used to have a silhouette cameo. I had two of them actually, so that I could keep up with my business making these vinyl decals. But then I separated and moved and didn't have the materials here anymore. So I went ahead and got the Cricut Joy. And so far it's been really good for cutting things out. I did my best friend's binder for her yesterday because she said she wanted to get on the cash budgeting action. So here we are. All right, so we're going to try this out and see how this goes of getting these labels off of here. I've been having some trouble getting the words off, the letters off. So if you have any secrets, let me know. I've tried doing it from the front, from the back, every which way, and sometimes the vinyl is just a little sticky on the paper still. So we're working on that. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, so let's see here. I found that if you peel from the back, you bend the paper and you peel from the back, you have the best success at releasing the vinyl. But I can see that I'm having trouble with this A, so I'm going to turn it over and try and use my nail to see if I can't get that to adhere better. We'll just go from the bottom here and see what we can make happen. Yeah, this has not been a fun experience for me in labeling these envelopes, again, because the vinyl just doesn't seem to want to stick to the transfer tape. I never had this problem with other vinyls that I've used. This is my first time using the Cricut Smart Vinyl. I used to use Sizer with my Cameo, and that worked really, really well. I never had a problem with it not sticking to the transfer tape ever. But since I started using this Cricut Smart Vinyl, it's almost like it just doesn't want to get off the paper. So finally we have it off. We're going to line this up. Hopefully we get this on straight and it's not a hot ass mess. So let's see, we're going to do that. Let's see, right here. Looks good. So I've got my first envelope, and I reuse my transfer tape because it's really sticky for more than just one use. So I'm going to take this off. See, and it comes off on this medium really, really well. It just doesn't want to come off the paper. So I'm going to stick my tape back to my paper backing for the tape. And then I'm going to put my money back in my envelope. So there we go. That looks beautiful. No pun intended. So how's everybody doing this weekend? Anything exciting going on? I am not really doing anything this weekend. I spent way too much this past week I started off, if you remember from my last stuffing, with $40 in my spending envelope and $40 in my eating out envelope. Well, I'm sad to report that I have $1 left in my eating out envelope, and I have $11 left in my spending envelope. I did get some things that I needed for the house with my spending, although I probably should have used my home for that. And I probably will get that transferred over to my home envelope to take that money out and put back into my spending. But I've been wanting to get a collapsible silicone muffin pan so that I can make muffins. I know that seems really silly, but I like that the silicone ones take up so little space in the drawer. My house is fairly new, but I don't have a lot of storage space for utensils and whatnot. So getting something that's collapsible helps to save space tremendously. See, that one came off really, really well. It's just no rhyme or reason. So I got the collapsible muffin pan. I need to go get some milk so that I can make these blueberry muffins that I want to make. Let's see, that looks good right there. Kind of in the middle, kind of not. I mean, it's straight. It's not in the middle. Learning curve, I tell myself. So I'll be doing that this weekend, making some muffins. I have the silicone. I'm all about like saving the environment, so I don't have any of those like paper cup things. I only have the silicone ones, and they fit great in the pan. So there you go. That looks wonderful. So I'll be doing that, as a single mom out in the world. Oh, this is going to be tough because clothing is in the middle. I might have to swap that for something else. Let's put this back in here and see what I can do and come back to clothing. Now, hobbies is a brand new envelope. It has no money and no tracker in it. So that should be very easy for me to find. And it is right here. I accidentally bought these envelopes. They don't have a zipper. They have like a top opening, and I really, really like them. So I think I'm going to keep using these for my sinking funds. Oh, by the way, did you notice? I told you guys at this time I would have my nails done. And so I just took the polish off, and now they're just normal, natural nails. Pretty boring. So this is how I do my envelopes. Hopefully y'all can see this and see how it's done. This little mat is working out really well. It's actually meant so that you can put like pins in it because it's foam. I'm not really sure exactly what it's used for, but it's small enough that I can put my envelope on top and not have to worry about like a big quilting mat or anything. So there's that. Also, at the end of this video, we're going to go through my August closeout. I just started in August, and I already wrote down all of my figures. So we're just going to go over that quickly because I really didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know I was going to do this video until I just decided, hey, I need to do these envelopes. Why don't I let my followers see what I'm doing? Because, well, maybe somebody else needs to do this and they want to see exactly how somebody else is doing it. Maybe they're running into the same problems I am with this stupid eye dot thing. What's that called? A tittle? I think it's called a tittle. I'm not an English major, so I can't be sure, but I think it's called a tittle. See, look, see, it's not coming off. I'm not a big fan of this. So if you use a Cricut Joy, to make your labels, what is your trick? What is your trick? Because this is clearly not working. This is taking way too long. It's really annoying. So in the comments down below, if you use a Cricut Joy and you are using the vinyl, the smart vinyl, let me know what you do to make it so that the vinyl sticks to your transfer tape. Are you using the Cricut transfer tape? Are you using a different kind of transfer tape? What are you using? Because this is annoying me. And I'm trying not to swear on this channel, but this is literally annoying as fuck. So if you do something else or you use a different brand of transfer tape, please let me know so I don't have to curse. See, now that was better. Because I will curse if it's annoying me. All right, so I suppose maybe I should just move it down and then I can really get in the middle here. What do you think? What do you think about that? Let's try. It's not even on a line. All right, let's try here. That looks good. That looks good. So now it's going to come off on this really well. It's just the stupid paper that it is not coming off on. All right. Another envelope. Done. I need to get a tracker, obviously, for that. Let's see. Oh, there's a gnat flying around. Oh my gosh, you guys. Check this out. So I live in the South. I live in North Carolina. I'm not originally from North Carolina. So there's all kinds of things here that are just creep me out a little bit. And I wish I was telling a lie when I tell you this. Last night I was getting ready to go to bed. No big deal, right? I see something probably this big running across my floor. So I stop and I look. It's one of those water bugs or palmetto bugs, basically a big ass cockroach. We've had a lot of rain. We had Ida sort of come through here recently. It wasn't anything that was like super a lot of rain, but we had a lot of rain before Ida came through. And so these water bugs or palmetto bugs or whatever you want to call them are trying to get in out of the rain. They want to come into a nice warm environment. They want to stay out of the wetness. So last night I'm going to bed and this big ass bug goes crawling across my floor. Needless to say, I'm freaking out. There's a man that lives across the street with his wife, and since I am a single mom, he helps me out a lot, which is really great. See, mother of God, this is just so fucking annoying. So I texted him to see if he was home and see if he could come and help me out and, and get the thing out of my house and kill it or whatever. Well, he wasn't home. But the woman that lives with him, her nephew, happened to be getting out of his car. And so I said, "Excuse me, are you going to see so-and-so?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Do you mind coming over to help me? I can't move my couch. I have a sleeper sofa." And the big ass thing crawled underneath the sleeper sofa. And I probably would have been okay last night going to bed. But I called my best friend, who is so helpful in situations like this. And she said, if you don't get that out of the couch, out from underneath the couch, at some point tomorrow, you are going to be sitting on the couch and this roach is going to come and it's going to crawl all over you. And I said, I can't be doing that. So I had him come and help me. And of course, I'm like, oh, Lord, when the thing comes crawling out from underneath the couch. And it's fast as shit, right? Because it doesn't want to be caught. That's its whole MO. It wants to be fast so it doesn't get caught. And so he finds a shoe and he smashes it. And I swear to you, it was 2 inches, probably 2.5 inches, close to 2.5 inches. And let me tell you, I was having a moment. I was sweating. My heart was racing. I was sweating. It took me probably a good 40 minutes to calm down and go to sleep. So that was my evening. So does anybody else deal with those types of things? Does anybody else have that kind of bug or anything similar in their neighborhood or in their area? Let me know in the comments, because that was just ridiculous. All right, so I actually decided to put that to the side because it was pissing me off. So I've got my 2 notebooks here. My first one is my budget notebook. This notebook, if I can get to September, has everything listed out that I'm going to pay or have already paid for the month of September. My phone is an auto draft, and I won't know what that is until later this week. My treadmill will be getting paid this week, and these other items will get paid once I get paid on Saturday coming up. So all of my bills for September will be paid, which is going to be great because I like being ahead. Now, this is the biggest thing. I got Wonder Woman because, well, if you're going to be paying off some shit, you might as well be Wonder Woman. So I started out in August. It's my first ever cash stuffing, and I'm doing my sinking funds. So E-Savings is my daughter. She already had some money in the bank, so I added in $20, so $14.80. Emergency, I already had money in the bank, so I added in $20. This is a mistake right here. This is actually $20. I made a mistake. I'm going to have to fix that, but we're just going to leave it. So you can see this is from my last cash stuffing. This is everything that I stuffed last month. And so last month I saved $10,760. Now what you guys don't know is that I am also trying to pay off some debt. My starting balance was $11,393. So last month I was able to debt snowball my way and pay off my Delta, my Southwest, a bunch of my Amex, some of my Proform, which is the treadmill, some Discover, some Apple, not much, but some Apple, and some Amazon. So at the beginning of the month, I started with $11,393 in debt, and my ending balance was $10,845. I am going to skip ahead to September because I have already paid off my American Express. So at the beginning of the month, I started with $10,845. I've already paid off my Amex, which is amazing. So I'm going to continue my debt snowball. I'm actually going to skip the Proform. The Proform is the treadmill. It is at 0% interest. So I am not going to pay that off. My next target debt is going to be my Discover. So I will be paying more on this month. So stay tuned for that. And I wanted to show you guys a trick. I made a mistake on one of my pages, so I glued it together. That's what I did. I glued it together, so when I flip the page, I don't see my mistake. It's amazing. So at the end of the month, we'll do my month closeout for my sinking funds and also my debt snowball. So thanks so much for watching. I know this was a long video. At the end, I will scroll through and show you my envelopes with their labels. Thanks so much, y'all. Have a great weekend.